So I'd like to welcome you to just stay for 5 more minutes so we can celebrate some of the achievements that we've had over the past 4 days, as well as honor some of the amazing science that was presented. And I think we can convince Pavel to stay just a little bit longer to take all those great questions that the audience had after our closing ceremonies. Pavel, yes, you'll stay? He said, of course. So thank you first and foremost, everyone, for coming to this last lecture. I know we've had a long 4 days. My name is Diane Kovatz. I'm the Executive Director of ISCB, and I have the honor of being your Master of Ceremonies for tonight's closing ceremonies. I think we can, while we may not have been able to agree on the coffee, I think what we can agree on is that the last 4 days presented some amazing opportunities to network and hear some really great science. So let's give a round of applause to all of our keynotes and everyone who took the time to present over the last 4 days. There are 2 special people in the audience that took on this leadership role over 11 months ago. And I just want to take the time to recognize them, Yves Moreau and Janet Thornton, for being our stellar conference chairs. Thank you guys so much for giving up so much time. And I'll actually invite them to the stage because they'll help us hand out some of the awards, and we have a small gift for you as well. I also want to take the opportunity to thank the hundreds of volunteers that make this conference a success. Lots and lots of people go into doing this. So if you were a cozy organizer, if you were one of our human direction signages wearing the yellow t-shirts, if you reviewed a paper or a poster, stand up. You deserve a round of applause as well. Come on, stand up. I know you're in the room. We had some great sponsors, and I'd be reluctant if I didn't say thank you to them for your generous support of the Society and to the conference. I'd also like to recognize our travel fellowship sponsors. We were able to award over 40 travel fellowships this year, and we wouldn't have been able to do it without the generous support of that group. So thank you very much to our travel fellowship sponsors. We probably couldn't have been in a more beautiful exhibit hall. So thank you to our exhibitors. Thank you for interacting with them and enjoying your time in the beautiful hall. Earlier this week at the ISCB Town Hall, we had the opportunity to award our 2017 Wikipedia competition winners. They are here. Charlotte and Nicole, if you're still here, if you could just stand up and be recognized. Yadi could not make it. Oh, well. They won some wonderful cash prizes, so watch for some news for our 2017-2018 competition coming up. We also had a very successful art and science with 3 additional award winners, with the winning prize being $200, so we were excited to recognize them as well. And without further ado, we'll have the opportunity to recognize the best posters as well as the outstanding student paper. Each year, RCSB and PBB poster prize is awarded to the best student presentation in the category of structure and function. And this year, this student actually had the highest score for the paper. This year's winner is Jinyu Lim. Well, that's a bummer that Jinwoo is not here. F1000 Research generously sponsors 5 different poster awards that recognizes outstanding presentations for posters. Each poster prize will include 1-year subscription to the F1000 Prime, as well as access to the new workspace, and a free submission to F1000 Research. In no particular order, He from Zurich, Dimichi Gao, Helena Juklina. You guys can come up if you're here, don't be shy. Stein Solan Reyes. And Alex Warwick Vestrachsky. No one? They're all off drinking beer already. So last but not least is the Ian Lawson Vantosh Memorial Award, and this recognizes a student who has presented outstanding research here at the conference. ISCB has had the privilege of presenting this award for the past 10 years, and I have the honor of inviting to the stage Deborah Lawson, Ian's mom.
I love that title, Ian's Mom. I think it's one of the best titles I've ever had. I think it's such an honor to be here and to present this award. And I love it because it gives me a chance to tell you a little bit about how this award happened and why it's so important on so many levels. So first of all, I'm deeply touched as having an award in his name, because in this particular year as well, there's two important things that are happening. As his family, I just wanted you to know this will be the 10th year anniversary of losing Ian on August 24th, 2007. And this year, also, we celebrate that ISMB continues to recognize and celebrate the best of international students. Students like my son, who all of you have incredible minds, and I can only imagine where he'd be right now and what he'd be thinking. And of course, he'd be here, and that would be fantastic. I want to tell you a little bit about him. I knew him for 23 years, and he was a very bright, imaginative, and inquisitive 23-year-old biomedical physics graduate at the University of Toronto, and he absolutely loved computational biology. I mean, he loved computational biology. I, of course, didn't know what it was when he first started, but he began to educate us, and we had a lot of fun conversations. But never did I see his face light up more when he talked to other like-minded colleagues such as yourself. He really felt that he had fell into a topic that he thought would just be forever. He would be constantly learning, which would be great. Of course, as parents, we were tremendously proud of him, and this award is far from symbolic in our souls. For us, it continues to be a very rare gift, for I've learned that the greatest fear in life is not losing a child. It is the thought of all of us losing him from our memories. This recognition, as I said, is much more than an annual moment or a gentle handshake. It's an affirmation that Ian touched all of us who knew him. Today's winner, you will become part of that tradition. You've earned this award. And if Ian were here today, I'm going to tell you, he would run up to you and give you the biggest hug that you would feel that you knew him. Ian was very, very fortunate to have interned with Dr. Igor Jurisica in the summer of 2003. And it was this mentoring relationship that became the foundation for his continued studies at University of Toronto. I will be forever grateful to Dr. Jurisica for being his mentor. I will be forever grateful for him being actually, when I just listened to that conversation, that presentation, that incredible learning, that learning style that bore witness to the fact that it really does work. And sometimes when Igor couldn't be here today, unfortunately, he suffered an accident with his leg, and I do really miss him being here. But we talk about him, and Igor is, what I've learned is scientists are some of the funniest people I've ever met. And we grow Ian. He's now 33 years old. Of course, he has his PhD, of course, and he's probably doing postdoctoral work with some of you right now. that all stemmed from the passion that really was sparked in the summer that he worked for Dr. Jurisica, and he realized that he really wanted a career in cancer informatics. And that promise of eradicating cancer informatics was his dream. And unfortunately, as I said, that dream wasn't realized. But I want to tell you that watching the lights, you can't see them all here, but he had the biggest smile and amazing eyes. And when those lights went on, that summer for him was truly magical. I mentioned this several years and probably will for the next 20 or 30, but you have no idea how relieved we were as parents when we realized that all those hours of playing video games finally paid off. Ian was now applying his highly honed computer skills, developing, visualizing 3D worlds to unlocking genetic codes that cause healthy cells to transform into cancerous ones. It seemed a lot more marketable to me. And his youth helped him truly believe that he was a young scientist on the road to curing cancer when heart disease stole his life. But your lives, they're just beginning. And as I look around, I can see the future of the world in all of you, the brightest, the best students, advancing research in your own fields. And I hold you all in my heart. This is a symbol, this award, of great promise, and the Lawson Vantosh family is eternally grateful to the International Society for Computational Biology and the organizers of ECCB 2017, ISAB and ISAB President Alfonso Valencia. There you are, right behind me. It's really nice to see familiar faces, it really is. As well, I'd like to thank the ISCB Board of Directors and conference chairs, Eve and Janet, thank you very much. And of course, thank you, Stephen Leard. Once again, I know the supreme effort it takes to create such a successful event. And thank you very, very much, Dana, very, very much as well. I present this year's winner, and I ask this one thing of you. As you move forward in your career, take a part of my son in your academic travels and know that you have joined a prestigious group of minds. So go ahead. I want you to go forward and change our world. Congratulations. Who it is? Green one, thank you. Kimberly Pagel. Is Kimberly here? All right, then.
Well, Deborah, I promise that we'll give Kimberly that, and thank you so much for giving us the honor of having this as part of our conference.
Always, thank you.
She's here?
Hey! She's just shy, right?
She's running down the stairs.
Yay! Shall I run it here?
We don't have to see her.
Here she is. Fabulous. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, it's okay. All right, thank you.
Since we only got one. Yeah. Thank you so much. As a mother myself, it always touches me when Deborah comes, so thank you so much, Deborah, for joining us. So with that, I leave you with Yakui Nasklanano, which means thank you, and I hope you have a great day. I hope you had a wonderful experience in Prague. Have very safe travels home, and we'll see you in Chicago and in Athens next year. Thank you, everyone.